You know what that sound means? It's another Game for a Movie episode 36. My name is Mikey Tank. I'm your host. I am joined by
Andre.
And Jill.
Yay!
Perfect. Yes, you guys got it this time. Yes. So it's an interesting day because we don't have Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he was feeling a little under the weather. I guess we could have played Where's Mitchell, but it's
we'll just spoil it this time. He's under the
we'll
weather.
spoil it this time. He's not feeling well. So we hope for a fast and speedy recovery for Mitchell.
Yeah.
We're pretty confident it's not the COVID.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Just in case people are saying, "Oh, he's under the weather. It's got to be COVID." Oh, blah 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 blah.
No, when in doubt, it's the Rona.
Right, exactly. When in doubt, it's the Rona. It's pretty accurate actually. Let's start with what are we drinking? So we're gonna start with Jill just because actually I want to finish on Andre for this one.
Okay,
that's fine. I'm drinking the really exciting beverage, water.
Water. It's
so responsible.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good thing to be drinking.
It's very cold though, and I like cold water. So
I just saw Mike pull up a beard can.
Yes, I did pull up a beard can. I do love beard a lot. They are infamous for me with Dogs and Boats and their knockoff, which is a little lighter, Kittens and Canoes. I have their 8 days a week, which is an American Pale Ale, single hopped with Citra.
Is that a Beatles reference? It has to be.
I mean, technically, yes.
Yeah, you can edit that out. That's a song. It's from their early days.
It's less than 15 seconds. We're not going to get busted for it. So
right.
No, it was just a bad rendition of it. I'm more of a Rubber Soul Revolver Onward Beatles fan.
Yeah, I really don't know why the reason it's called 8 days a week, but
it is a Beatles reference.
It's definitely a Beatles reference, but they have like the clock that you punch the clock and everything like that. So it's very good. It's not my favorite beard, but it is a very good beard.
I mean, any beard's a good beer.
Exactly.
That's not true.
What?
Any beer is a good beer?
Any bearded beer.
Okay, I heard any beer is a good beer,
clarify.
And
any beer from the brewery Beard.
Yes, any beer from the brewery Beard is good. Not every beer is good.
I will also say, like, my can is very perspiring. So, like, my hands are very wet. So if you hear, like, my hands going, it's just more so because the beer is just, like, sweating on me.
Yeah.
So that brings us to Andre. Andre, I want to know what this concoction is you made.
Okay. Oh, so I made myself a cocktail. It is called the 12-Mile Limit. Do you want me to just tell you what's in it?
Yeah.
Tell me everything.
All right. Here's the specs. 1 ounce rum, ½ ounce rye whiskey, ½ ounce cognac, ½ ounce grenadine, ½ ounce lemon juice. This shit is dope.
I was just going to say, how does it taste? That's a lot of alcohol.
It is, but, well, you know, it's only ½ ounce a bunch of stuff, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
About your average cocktail. Yeah, it's tasty. I had some grenadine I needed to get through, so I gave this a shot. Very happy.
I will say, if you haven't heard before, Andre is a cocktail wizard.
Wizard in training, we'll say.
No, he is a cocktail wizard.
Yeah.
You made Malort taste good.
I mean,
yeah, you did.
That's just by punching down Malort with a bunch of other shit in it. We'll figure it out.
It doesn't matter. You made Malort taste good. Like, it tasted like Mountain Dew. I'm not joking.
I mean, that's a success for sure.
Yes, exactly. Well, of course, we can talk all day about what we are drinking. But we've come here to talk movies, and movies we shall talk. Andre, you are going to get us started with something that I will say you are free to spoil. So, a big spoiler alert right now.
Okay.
Because I have had zero interest in this film. The only reason I've had interest is because you and Jill, as well as Mitchell, have seen it and said it's good.
Yeah.
Sophie.
I guess we should talk about the movie we're talking about, right? We're going to be talking about The Green Knight. Honestly, when you say, like, oh, feel free to spoil it,
yes.
I don't think the narrative beats are, like, the point of this movie. Does that make sense? Like, I could just give you the plot summary, and that's, like, 0% of the reason why I enjoy this movie so much. Does that make sense?
As somebody who has seen the trailer, he basically just needs to get revenge on this thing.
Sure. Okay, so the synopsis is, so this is based off of the classic, like, Gawain, the Gawain, Sir Gawain's Tale, right?
Okay.
So this is like a medieval fairy tale's not the right word, but
it's one of King Arthur's Arthurian legend.
Yeah, an Arthurian legend. Yes. And so the whole synopsis of this is that Gawain, he's a knight or a knight to be in King Arthur's court, and one day on Christmas Eve, I believe,
it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's a Christmas
movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Die Hard.
The mysterious figure called the Green Knight shows up and challenges King Arthur to have any one of his knights strike him. And the deal is that whoever strikes him, he will strike back 1 year hence. So Gawain, eager to prove himself, basically decapitates the Green Knight. The Green Knight cackles, picks up his head, Sleepy Hollow style, and says, 1 year hence, and then rides off cackling. So the bulk of this movie and the bulk of the tale is Sir Gawain leaving Camelot to confront the Green Knight 1 year after that happened, right? So, yeah. Like I said, narratively, it's not going to be like, oh, man, there's like all these huge plot twists and all these betrayals and off the top, this is not Game of Thrones. I feel like people are coming to this movie thinking that, oh, it's dark, it's fantasy, it's quote-unquote grounded. That means it's going to be kind of like Game of Thrones, right? Not at all. No. There is zero action in this movie. There is zero fight scenes in this movie. The most violent scene is probably when Gawain first fights the Green Knight, right?
Oh, so like it's what 20 minutes in the film, this is the most violent we get?
It's like a half hour into the film.
Yeah, okay, all right.
The most action we get, we'll say, right?
How long is the runtime on this?
Over 2 hours.
Over 2 hours.
Okay.
A little bit over.
Over 2 hours. Okay.
I didn't feel it though. I mean, I felt it and I didn't feel it. I didn't come out of that movie being like, wow, that was a little long. No, like it was a journey and it felt earned, as it were, right?
Nice, okay.
Yeah, so this whole entire movie is about kind of what does it mean to be a knight? So the whole idea is that Gawain kills the Green Knight and all of Camelot like kind of praises that. It's kind of implied that he's praised as a hero, but he doesn't feel like he's earned it. So Dev Patel, he plays Gawain, and he definitely kind of sells that. One of my favorite scenes in the movie, one of my favorite shots, oh my God, this is a classic, like super long shots, loves to linger on all of the landscapes as Gawain travels. And my favorite of these shots is right when Gawain is leaving Camelot to go. He's riding on horseback. He has his big bright yellow sash, and King Arthur has like made him kind of swear an oath of honor to go and confront the Green Knight. And so he's leaving Camelot, and you kind of like see like he's just kind of looking off solemnly into the distance, and these kids are kind of following up behind him, chasing after him, like, Gawain, whoa, we love you, Gawain.
You're the best, Gawain.
Yeah, and like he totally ignores them, just trying to be stoic. And as soon as he's looking kind of determined and stoic, and as soon as the kids kind of give up and know, they're like, oh, he's not going to pay attention to us, and they start walking back, you can see the blood kind of drain from his face almost a little bit, and you can see the kind of emotions that like, wow, like I'm so terrified of this. Mm-hmm. I'm way over my head on this.
Okay.
It's just a lot of kind of wordless storytelling, kind of like that, you know?
Nice. And Dev Patel is a great pick for that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I mean, like, this movie would not work if he wasn't as talented of an actor as he is. He carries so many of the scenes because he is the perspective character. You do not leave his perspective at all.
If I can add, you really, besides him being just like a fantastic actor, he really sells Gawain or Garwin. It's Arthurian English.
Well, what's funny is that the characters pronounce it different ways too. King Arthur says Garwin, and most other people say Gawain in the movie. I love that they like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways. So the tying into his character, how he's not a knight. He wants to be. He's the king's nephew. His King Arthur's sister is Morgan Le Fay. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we ever actually get her name dropped, but that's who it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So he's when the movie starts, he wants to be a knight, but he's this young 20-something guy living his life, spending most of his times in brothels with his sweetheart, dreaming about slaying dragons and whatnot, but what does he really know about actually being a knight? And then when the Green Knight comes, the challenge is thrown down and he acts upon it and he chops off his head, and then it's, you have 1 year. And what Andre can say is that the town like celebrates his victory.
Yes.
Right.
Like a whole year there's a puppet show that's telling the story over and over again.
Okay, yeah.
And it's there's a lot of things said with no dialogue, and like hats off to the director with that, and also just this movie is stunning.
Yeah, I see, Chris Lowry is his name?
Yeah, Chris Lowry.
David Lowry. Sorry, David Lowry.
Mitchell was talking really highly of another Lowry film, I think called A Ghost Story.
Ghost Story, yes.
That's why I feel bad that we're not talking about this movie with Mitchell, because it is honestly a classic A24 movie.
And the plan was to be with Mitchell.
Yeah.
Totally understand, like, this. We're still talking about the movies we're talking about because we had planned to do it with Mitchell. So we'll get his thoughts. I want him to listen to the episode, and then we'll do, like, at the beginning of the next episode, the Mitchell recap where
I like that.
Here's his thoughts. Boom, 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 boom.
Mitchell's hot take.
Mitchell recap. I like that.
Yeah.
There's tying into what Andre was saying, that this is not Game of Thrones. This movie is a very slow burning candle.
Yes.
This is the most gory scene is right at the beginning. Everything else is long, simmering right under the surface. But, I think if you watched the trailer and you thought this looks like a really cool alternative take to an Arthurian legend, I'm loving the atmosphere and the ambiance, go see it. If you looked at that and were thinking Game of Thrones or, 1990s Robin Hood, you're not
This is not Robin Hood.
Well, and what's funny about this is, like, you guys are saying there's no action or anything like that, or not no action, but like no, like, sword fights kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We saw a preview for this when we saw Fast 9.
Yeah, we did.
Right, I know we did. You're right. They did play that beforehand. No,
so it feels like it kind of was like poorly set up, because you're like, oh, I'm going into dumb action movie. It's another movie that does well on the big screen, I guess, right? Because I will say at the top, like, this movie is gorgeous, and I'm glad that I saw it on a big screen, Yeah.
But it couldn't be more farther away from the appeal of Fast 9. Like, they're completely opposite in terms of goals.
I'm also laughing because you said no. I apologize now. My dad hates no.
As a statement.
Yes.
I mean, because it makes no sense.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's oxymoronic.
Yeah, and so no. He hates that statement, and so whenever anybody says it, like, I'd never call anybody out on it, but because we're on a podcast where we talk, I have to say something about it. Literally, it just made me smile when he said no, because immediately I'm just like, God damn it, Dad.
No, so
no,
I mean, like, the bulk of this movie is Gawain on his way to trying to confront the Green Knight, and he kind of it's about him kind of encountering these various chivalrous trials, we'll call them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about this movie is that he sort of passes them, sort of doesn't. And it's very extremely murky. This movie, like, does not give you any straight answers. It kind of leaves the actual narrative beats at arm's length. And in a way, this is going to sound dumb and reductive, but I just got to speak to all the gamers out here, all right? If you have played and enjoyed the narrative of Dark Souls or any other Souls game,
right, there it is.
You might be into this, because it can give me a similar kind of vibe, where in Dark Souls, I mean, obviously Dark Souls was inspired by Gawain's tale, not the other way around, right?
Right.
I kind of felt similarly to trying to piece together narrative in that dark, grounded fantasy world, while, like, okay, what really happened here? Like, you have to kind of piece a lot of stuff together yourself. And if you kind of like that aspect of it, I kind of felt that similar way watching this movie. And it's a movie that kind of begs to be rewatched, I would say.
Thus another reason why I had no interest.
Have you ever seen the movie Mirror Mask?
No.
Or ever heard of the movie Mirror Mask? Okay.
No.
It has nothing to do with The Green Knight. They're very different films. But Mirror Mask is a really atmospheric fantasy film that is all about the imagery and the long shots, and the story is just wackadoo. But it's really told by the imagery and the symbolism and the metaphors of all of that. And The Green Knight is metaphor the film. Everything is a metaphor or a symbol. I don't want to say an allegory. But there's a lot of that. So if you like investigating meaning in film and you already like the art house slow burn types, this is a gold mine for that.
For sure.
If he starts feeling sad and the scenery turns blue, my English teacher would love it. Got it.
Blue is not really used in there's cognizant choices for color.
Okay, all right.
But
okay, all right.
One last final shout out to wrap this up. Gotta say, I love the soundtrack to this movie as well. Again, not your typical fantasy affair. There's no harps, there's no lutes, there's no horns. It's all very atmospheric. There's a lot of kind of choir singing in it. And there's also, he adds, so I think the soundtrack is by Daniel Hart, and he adds, one of my favorite tracks is when the Green Knight appears, and there's this kind of synthetic, almost like a horror-inspired track with like this weird whooshing. It feels almost like a machine, like whooshing over. Yeah, I think it's called. Let me look up the track real quick. It's called 1 Year Hence. That's the track I'm thinking of, and it absolutely adds to the tension of the scene because there's so many long shots of just the Green Knight staring at Arthur, who's staring at the Green Knight, who's staring at the Queen, who's staring at Gawain. This soundtrack. Guinevere. Yes, sorry.
Guinevere. Okay,
This movie, then the soundtrack kind of really ties the scene together.
So this Daniel Hart, I just pulled him up, and it seems like he's worked on all of these David Lowery films, which makes sense.
Frequent collaborators.
Makes sense.
Yeah, which makes sense. So he's a composer for at least 4 of them right now that I can see. He also was the composer for Smilf.
What?
Okay.
What
is that?
Do I want to know?
Smilf was
Smurf
a TV
I like
series.
to fuck?
No, so that's Single Mom? Single Mom.
Oh my God. A single 20-something mom struggles to find a happy work-life balance.
Yeah, and it's Frankie Shaw. Really what we need to thank Smilf for is Samara Weaving was in it.
Wow.
Okay, I can thank that now.
Yes, and so, Rosie O'Donnell was in this. Jesus Christ. Connie Britton. What the hell was this cast? But really, I just found it funny because, I'm seeing all these things. I'm like, Green Knight, Ghost Story, The Old Man, Pete's Dragon, and then Smilf. Smilf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. This is, I guess we'll just put a bow on it, and I have to give my rating on this, right?
You do, yes. And
okay.
I'm also I'm encouraging Jill to give a rating.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's tough because I feel like I need to watch it again because I really like this movie and it could go up or down, but my gut feeling is that it would go up. So I'm gonna stick it in at a 4 gooey rags out of 5.
Don't talk to me about that.
I'll leave it at that.
Oh God.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
So gross.
Okay.
I would give it something in the 4s. I would give it a 4.2 headless lady.
Headless lady. Okay. All right. Well, you guys were saying this is basically metaphor of the movie.
Basically.
I'm going to do a movie that just beats you over the head and there's no metaphor.
Okay, is it a movie about family?
It does have family.
Found family?
Huh?
Found family?
Yeah, kind of.
Is it about a man's chivalrous journey?
Chivalrous journey. I guess? No, not really.
Not about a knight, but a king. Anyway, sorry.
Yes, about a king. Don't even at this point, because now we got a whole conversation here.
We do.
So we're gonna talk about Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Space Jam: A New Legacy. If you don't know, you should know. Come on, it's Space Jam, but just with LeBron James, and I guess better CGI.
Yeah. The original didn't even have like it had CGI, but like the charm.
Yeah, okay, the charm and the charm. Well, okay, sure.
Charm and CGI are two very different things.
Exactly.
CGI is cold and heartless. Charm is heartless or heartful and warm. I guess.
Warm.
Yeah. I don't know. So LeBron James obviously taking over the mantle for Michael Jordan, the GOAT. That goes into the interwebs of WB characters. It's not even the interwebs of regular things. It's just Warner Brothers. It's Warner Brothers the movie.
It's a commercial for Warner Brothers.
Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, but
yes. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, I've been sitting on that for a while.
Wow,
no,
that is
a very
movie,
good
isn't
call.
it? Holy shit.
Yeah, and like when I saw Ralph Breaks the Internet, yes, I felt it, but not as much is what I will say. You're right about that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So him and his son are at odds. They each go into the interwebs of WB world, and Algae Rhythm,
played by
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
I just
chewing on that scenery.
I need to knock him now because I can't knock him later. So Algae Rhythm, and it is literally rhythm, not like an algorithm. It's like rhythm, like beat.
Yeah.
What I don't have is a white boy dancing right now.
Yeah. What else would it be though? Right.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So let's talk about the good before we get into the bad.
Well, there's good.
There's good. Don Cheadle was very good.
That is as good as he could be.
He was the MVP of the movie. I think that's a fair statement.
Pulling a lot of scenery.
Yep. And we will also talk about the one Michael Jordan joke that is the best line of the whole movie.
Yep.
When they say they found Michael Jordan and he needs to help them at halftime, and it's Michael B. Jordan eating popcorn and just glorious in his.
Yeah, no, that was funny. I'll give them the film that.
Yes. So I think that's where the good stops.
Yeah.
I mean, they also showed the block. When LeBron James blocked Andre Iguodala, that was pretty good. My favorite part.
I liked seeing Pennywise the clown in the crowd shots. That was fun.
But it wasn't real Pennywise, because we do need to address those characters behind the bench.
Oh yeah,
they could do it, so they did do it.
Yeah, so those were always the things that drove me nuts. That was probably the biggest thing that drove me nuts about this movie was the fact that the fake characters were behind them, where it was like brand name characters, where you realize it's. I gotta pull it up now. All right, sorry, I'm looking it up now as we speak. But it was like brand name characters that were behind the bench of the. What was even the team? It wasn't the Monstars.
Oh no, they were called.
Oh God.
Yeah, right.
Not the Doom Squad.
No, they were named after the kids' video game, wasn't it?
Space Jam.
Maybe.
I don't even remember.
I think Michael B. Jordan is like the second casting person that comes up when I search.
Yeah, because they needed to get him in there.
The Goon Squad.
Goon Squad. That's it. It's not the Toon Squad. It's the Goon Squad.
Get it?
I can't find a picture behind the bench, but I do find a picture behind the Toon Squad's bench. See if I can see who's in this picture. But there's like so many characters that you're just like, I recognize, but it's such a cheap knockoff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what always drove me nuts about this whole thing. Was just they have these characters and everything like that. And obviously they can't get the actors back if they were like, especially if they were big name actors.
Right.
Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. They just looked so awful.
Yeah.
You didn't like watching the Animaniacs sitting there doing absolutely nothing while
nothing.
Yeah, that was infuriating to me.
They have all these people that get sucked into the internet, and yet the people that they have right behind them are the fakest of fake. That was my biggest talking point about the movie, because it was just so frustrating with that. The players themselves, fine. Anthony Davis as the brow eagle thing was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I like that. I did laugh at that. I don't know, man.
I didn't know that they called LeBron James King James.
That was
like
to me that you didn't know that.
I didn't know that. So when they, Algae Rhythm was saying it, I was like, Andre, is he going to keep calling him that the whole movie? Like, and you're like, yeah, that's what people call him. And I'm like, really?
King James. Yeah.
That's his nickname.
Didn't know that. Now I do.
Yeah.
I hate it. Thanks.
Yeah. I would say. This is totally random, but I never got over the fact that that wasn't his real family. Like for as much as the movie focused on LeBron's family, like I know what they look like. We know what they look like. That's not them. It's just weird. Like I think the first Space Jam did a good job of like, okay, yes, it's not Michael Jordan's real family or whatever, but like they're not the focus of the movie at all. Like,
exactly, they're not the point. Yeah. Like we have his kid the entire time, and it's not his kid.
Right. And I'm not saying like, oh, they should have gotten his real kid to do it. No, that's not the solution. But
although I will say that kid's part, I think, could have been handled by LeBron James' kid. Bronny Jr. could have probably handled that.
Acted that.
Well, Bronny Jr.'s too old, right? Bronny Jr. is the one in high school. It would be what's the younger one?
He still would have gotten a camp.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
I think Bronny Jr. could have been. I think he could have done it. I really do. I know they were trying to make him look younger, probably to appeal to cartoons. Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's it. But I mean, Bronny Jr. could have probably handled that role because he's had to act like he's not in his father's shadow for however long.
Well,
Yeah. Well, so I brought this point up to you guys before, and I just want to bring it up again. Before this movie, obviously I'm a Chicago guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love Chicago. I love everything Chicago. Michael Jordan is the GOAT because I am biased, and I never have denied that. And I don't think anybody would say that I have denied that I'm biased about it.
Yeah.
Up until this movie, I would say LeBron was the better actor.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Up until.
Because he was in Trainwreck, and yes, he was a smaller part, but he was actually my favorite part of Trainwreck, even though Trainwreck was a decent movie.
He had good comedic timing.
I need to see Trainwreck.
And
Trainwreck's great. I have it on DVD if you want to borrow it, really.
Yeah. Noted.
Yes.
Maybe Bill Hader brought a lot out of him. I don't know, but...
Maybe. Yeah. They worked really well together.
They did,
it was just it was obvious to me LeBron was the better actor than MJ. Now...
Yeah...
It's a question again.
It's rough, man.
It's a question again.
The hardest part was getting through all the voice acting when it's 2D LeBron, when it's animated LeBron and they're recruiting everybody. That was just rough. I mean, I'm sorry. Voice acting is hard. It's not the same. It's not the same skill set as acting, right? It's tough. Yeah. And also, you can't lay it at just the voice actor's feet. It could be also the voice acting direction. We don't know.
And we can also say this entire movie was not as good as anybody expected it to be, and that could be because of the direction.
Wait, I don't know. Do you think everyone was disappointed by this movie? I know some people that had no expectations in this movie, and I don't think they were bad. I don't know.
I want to go back to the voice acting thing because I want to talk Zendaya as Lola Bunny.
Oh, yeah.
And this is not a knock against Zendaya as an actress. I think Zendaya is great. I love her personality. I like her fashion sense. I think she is a great talent to have.
We want to see Zendaya in more things.
But yeah, put Zendaya in more things. I love her as Mary Jane. But she is not a voice actress. And after we watched the movie, I did some, my classic IMDb scooping of the.
Zendaya she voices Lola, just for context.
Yeah, just for reference. Zendaya voices Lola. I found out that they actually had a actual voice actress do most of Lola's dialogue recorded.
Well, because there's animated Looney Tunes shows going on right now, aren't there?
Yeah, maybe not right now, but there were. Okay, they're in and out. Anyway, they had a voice actress do most of Lola's vocal parts. And then in post-production, they brought in Zendaya, and she dubbed all over it.
Interesting.
Why?
Yeah,
why do that when they're not a trained voice actor, and it translates into a performance where I just don't buy it?
Yeah.
And again,
we know Zendaya is a great actress. Again, does this come down to direction? You're exactly right about that because we all want to see her in more things. We all love her in, I would think all of us agree, MJ, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
but there's other things that we love her in. Like I haven't seen it myself, but everybody tells me how great she is in Euphoria.
Mm-hmm.
And like it makes me want to watch the show because of how great I know she is in it. Yeah. I also am looking at the cast. Gabriel Iglesias. I love Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh man, he was Speedy Gonzalez, wasn't he?
He was Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh wow.
See, like this film had good voice actors who can do the performance, but then the other, it's like, you know, why? Imagine if Bugs Bunny was voiced by Ryan Reynolds. Like, yeah, he can do a voice character.
I would
Ryan
say
Reynolds is a great
Reynolds...
Pikachu, but like, he's not Bugs.
He's...
Also, by the way, I hated whoever voiced Bugs. It wasn't right. Didn't sound right.
I'm looking it up now.
But circling back, didn't Speedy Gonzalez had like 3 lines in that movie? Because I think they were worried about him.
Yep, exactly. Yes.
They can't have him say too much.
Jeff Bergman was Bugs Bunny.
Bunny Buddy.
Bunny. Yes, exactly. Bunny. And I mean, yes, I agree with you. It wasn't right. I would have rather seen Gabriel Iglesias as Speedy Gonzalez than Jeff Bergman as Bugs Bunny.
Okay, but Jeff. Okay, I'm looking at this.
He was a lot of things.
Well, Jeff Bergman was the first person to replace Mel Blanc, so he's the second Bugs Bunny voice actor.
Yeah, I know, but it's similar to how whenever Jim Cummings steps down to Winnie the Pooh's not going to sound right to me.
But I'm
how many episodes have you seen of the new Looney Tunes?
None.
But
how many have you seen?
None.
But
because reasons.
I just want to say he also voiced Bugs Bunny in the first Space Jam, so that's
sounded different.
Okay, Jill. All right, sure.
You know what? It's like it's from all the years of watching Muppet stuff. It's like I know when the voice actors are different, and even your voice changes when you get older.
Oh, absolutely.
So he's older. It doesn't sound like Bugs.
Oh, okay. But he. All right, sure.
I will say I didn't have as much of a problem with Bugs, so I get it.
I like that he was like appalled when he went from 2D to CGI.
They didn't really explore that part. They were like, it was kind of implied that the Looney Tunes characters were in great pain to be in CGI for the basketball game, and they didn't really touch upon that too much.
It sure seems like they got over it quickly, though.
They did, yeah.
Exactly. I also didn't like the scoring system where the scores were all over the place.
The style points.
Points.
I will say in the first one, they didn't care about score. So it's not like I'm comparing the two at all. It's just more so I just don't care for style points. Style points are so biased. That's why I don't watch the slam dunk contest anymore. You know, because it's just, I mean, it's all biased and everything like that. But I'm getting distracted. We're putting a fine-tooth comb to a shit pile, and we're trying to find the corn nuggets in it.
Do you think they'll make another one day with the next great basketball guy or woman?
So I say no,
but
at the same time, it would not shock me if Warner Brothers was just like, well, this worked the first time, let's just bring it up again because we've got Cade Cunningham.
No, I don't think this movie is gonna
did it make money?
Well.
It's hard because it's on COVID times.
Max, yeah.
I will say, Space Jam, the first one, is also not a good movie either. You know, like it was made from a commercial. It was based off of a commercial. You know what I mean?
And it only could have been made in 1990. It only could have come out in 1996, and it's a wonderful time capsule of that year.
Yes. It is an artifact of its time.
It aged like cheese.
Cheese. Good cheese. I have no problem with the original Space Jam.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the original Space Jam either. Like I said,
Mitchell somewhere turning in his sick bed.
Oh my god, are we already put him in the grave? Jesus.
I had to think about it.
Mitchell's dead somewhere.
Mitchell is not dead.
Oh no. Oh my god. I really do hope he listens to this episode. This is why we need the Mitchell recap. He needs to listen to this episode and just be like, not dead.
Still here, guys.
So I guess it comes to review numbers. 1.5. I don't know. What am I even missing? WB poorly rendered characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of 5.
Yeah, because it's Warner Brothers the movie. I don't know. I probably would not have seen this just in theaters because it was on HBO Max and I had an afternoon. I watched it.
Right.
I was going to ask you, would you have paid to see this?
Yeah.
No, I would not have.
That's why I can't be too mad at this movie. I didn't pay $13 for it,
I would have either watched it the way I did, or if it was just in theaters, I would have waited until it got on HBO Max and then finally cracked it open on a weekend where I was just bored out of my mind. Sorry, but I had no interest in the sequel. Even I feel like I'm shitting on LeBron. I'm not. I can respect LeBron. It's just the fact that this movie should not have existed, no matter who it was. If it was Dwayne Wade, who I like better because he's a Chicago kid, I still probably would have hated this movie.
Right. No. I mean, I'm a fucking LeBron stan. I'm a Cleveland fan, and I'll stand LeBron for forever. But did not like this movie. It's also a 1.5 for me. 1.25. I don't even know. I was bored. The first one's better.
Yeah. Yep. I'll give it a 1.4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked seeing the worlds, the Ralph breaks the internet part where they basically do the Disney scene, but Universal, where they're going
I was
through
cool
all of
with
that.
that.
That was fine. I actually would have preferred if that was more of the movie.
Yeah.
It was fun. Cool seeing all the properties because, hey, they got to remind you they own Casablanca now. Or maybe they always have. But it was so distracting. And some of the choices, like Pennywise being right there.
Yeah.
This is a kid's movie. What the fuck? Why is Pennywise just hanging out? I guess he likes basketball.
Yeah, who is this movie for?
Yeah, exactly. Who is this movie for? Sports fans?
Yeah.
Classic movie fans? Kids?
So I compared this movie to a heist movie where they're trying to get the gang back together and, it's the you son of a bitch, I'm in moment. But they didn't have enough of the crew assembly. I think they could have explored their worlds more, where they're oh, we're in the Wonder Woman world more, where Lola Bunny is competing to be an Amazon, That was the longest part of those. But still, I think they could have done a little more with that versus the actual game, because we didn't care about the game. We knew they were going to win. Yeah. So, well, that's one bad movie. It was accidental that we talked about two bad movies this time.
Yeah.
But we have another bad movie. Shout out to all the people that guessed. I'll tell you who won after when we go to the commercial. But Jill, you and I had an agreement.
Yeah, we did.
If you lost, you were going to have to see this movie. If I lost, I was going to have to see Bratz. So obviously it worked out back to back somehow.
Yeah.
So tell us the movie and your thoughts / synopsis of it.
So I watched Speed 2 Cruise Control, which was an interesting experience because I've never seen the original Speed. All of my friends who found out when I told them I was watching this, they're like, "You've seen Speed, right?"
Yeah.
No. Don't you want to watch that one instead? No, it's got to be this one. So I
need to watch Speed.
I will watch Speed. It's
gonna
happen.
Yes, because Speed is really good.
Yeah,
I just
heard
love
that.
I love the fact that they go from a bus that has to drive this many miles per hour
to a train, right?
Huh?
Oh no! I now know that there's a train in Speed 1. I didn't know there was a train till recently.
It's been forever since I've seen this, so you're now blowing my mind.
There's a subway.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they go from the bus to a cruise ship.
Yep.
Go on.
Yeah, so I called upon two of my closest grad school friends to watch this with me. So we gathered on Discord and we just all clicked play at the exact same time. Nice. My good friend Charlotte and Catherine. Charlotte had never seen either the original Speed either. Catherine loves the original Speed, so she was more than happy to throw some dirt on this thing. And going in completely blind, I knew Sandra Bullock was in it. I knew there was a cruise ship, and that was about it. Okay. So, synopsis. Jason Patrick from The Lost Boys, who plays Michael, is the main character. And it was equal parts like, oh, hey, it's Michael. And, oh, he's old now.
Yes.
And not very good in this.
He's looking a little rough.
No. Sandra Bullock, reprising her role from the original, we think. We had a debate about, is she supposed to be the same character or is she supposed to be somebody different?
Do they not reference the first movie at all?
They kind of do, but they don't.
Okay.
They reference the fact So Catherine did a really quick and dirty synopsis. Mm-hmm. And at one point or another in Speed 2, they made a joke about how it's like, you know, two really good looking people falling for each other because they were in like intense circumstances. They made a joke that kind of tongue in cheek referenced that. So that's the reference to Speed 1. And they may or may not have name dropped Keanu Reeves' character, but since I didn't know what his character's name, doesn't matter. This movie is set in they're going
Jack Traven.
She mentioned the name Jack. I mean, the movie opens with her trying to get her driver's license, because I guess it got revoked. And, you know, going into this, it's Sandra Bullock. Like, okay, she's going to be like the main character. She's going to do cool things. No. Her entire shtick in this movie is kind of ranting and raving and being very obsessed with, like, ignoring the problems going on so she can have a romantic time with her main squeeze, Jason Patrick, whose character is named something that I did not care to write down. Oh, no, I did write it down because it's a really stupid name.
Officer Alex
Shaw.
Wow.
Alex Shaw. So we start there. She's driving in a car. Poor driving instructor's freaking out. She's raving and ranting about something. Meanwhile, Alex Shaw is riding on a red motorcycle that just made me want to watch Power Rangers because it was color-coded. And I also really wanted Jason Statham to pop up and just punch him in the face because that would have been so much better.
It's not.
And, you know, you get a nice action sequence where he's chasing down a dude. He does the job. We think he's a cop. Maybe he works for the FBI. We don't know. All done in a day's work. Sandra fails her driver's license, but it's okay. She's about to go on a very romantic cruise. And Alex Shaw is going to propose to her, but he needs to find the right time. So they're getting on the boat, all this fun stuff. And then the main villain pops up, played by William Dafoe. I'm like, what the fuck? William Dafoe's in this? Yeah. William.
No, it's Willem.
I'm drunk on water. Shut up. Willem Dafoe pops up.
So
I just call him Duffo. I found all the ways to spell Dafoe wrong in my little synopsis.
Did you ever see How I Met Your Mother?
Which part?
There's a joke where Marshall talks about Willem Dafoe and how his name sounds like a frog and a parrot having a conversation. Willem.
Nope, have not heard that. I don't remember that joke.
It was so stupid, but for whatever reason now, whenever I think of Willem Dafoe, that's what I got. Sorry, keep going.
Fun fact, Gary Oldman turned down the role that Willem Dafoe takes on to be in Air Force One.
Fun too, though.
Oh my god, dude. No offense to Willem, but Gary Oldman also would have been really good.
I think either of them are pretty good
And Willem Dafoe, no shock, is the best character in this movie. Yes. His whole deal, as we will later learn, is that he worked for the cruise company. He was very loyal. He created an AI, or not an AI, but he created the mainframe, the smart engine behind the machine, if you will. And then he got sick from copper poisoning, and now he's terminal. And he uses leashes to suck out the copper from his blood, because that's not how that works. So before we get all of that at the end of the movie, me and my friends are just trying to figure out what the deal is with the leeches. So we're just decided that he worships the leech queen, and he's going to sacrifice all the people on the boat to the leech queen. Unfortunately, that does not happen, but that would have been such a better movie.
You are blowing my mind with all this. I have not seen this movie in probably 10 years.
Yeah.
I look at my watch. Wait, 10 years. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. You're not missing much other than bad fashion and bad acting. So they're on the boat. They meet Willem Dafoe's character, Mr. Geiger.
Yes.
I don't remember his first name, but it's Mr. Geiger.
John.
And there's a joke about golfing, and then it turns out that he smuggled all of his weaponry in the golf clubs and the golf balls. So the golf balls are grenades and smoke bombs. I think the clubs have other things in that. I'm like, okay, that's pretty clever. I like that. Let's grab that boat. Let's do it. All for the Leech Queen. We get some wonderful hashtag hacking moments where he hacks into the cruise's mainframe. While he's doing that, all the main characters now at a nice dinner. If you've ever seen Doctor Who Voyage of the Damned,
yes,
they had a lot of similar characters. There's the fat couple. Well, the fat guy eating. There's there's like a gaggle of women bickering about stuff. There's two parents with a deaf child who's actually played by an actress, a child actor who I think is deaf. So kudos to that.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Except it gets a thumb down because now there's a plot moppet in this movie.
Of
course.
Yeah.
And in a move that my friends and I were kind of split between, like, is this cute, charming, or creepy? Alex Shaw makes eye contact with her over dinner, and he does some ASL, and she does some ASL back. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of cute. But my friend Charlotte's like, no, that's creepy. Why is he talking? Like, why is he like smirking at this 14-year-old girl? This is weird. And I'm like,
he's about to propose to Sandra Bullock. Like,
well, no, he gets like food poisoning or something. We missed whether or not he actually got food poisoning or if he lost the ring.
Oh my God. How does Giuliano fit into this? You may get to this.
Is he the Scott? He's not the Scottish.
He is Django Fett.
Yeah, I guess he is. He's one of the crew members.
Okay.
He doesn't die. He's definitely not
Fett.
the Scottish crew member. I only remember the Scottish crew member because he kind of made me think of James McAvoy, but not nearly as good looking. So where am I in my notes? So Willem Dafoe is getting the boat ready to hijack it. He kind of puts down... He sneaks into the bridge and he's like trying to pretending to be all drunk, and he's like slips and falls and like knocks some buttons, and then another time he like slips and falls and he like puts like a Wi-Fi router underneath that we think is supposed to be like a speaker so he can hear things. And my friend Charlotte, who's very big into tech, and she's like, what's he gonna do with that? Like, get on the Wi-Fi? And then we found out the technology that they used for the devices. The Wi-Fi router. It's not actually in the universe a Wi-Fi router. Okay. But they used a Wi-Fi router.
Okay.
Yeah, no, make do with what you got at the Radio Shack. So Willem Dafoe throws the captain overboard, and now the plot is in action. So he holds the boat hostage. He hacks into the mainframe. He slows the engines of the boat down, and he's pulling it off course ever so slightly. So he makes his demands. They're very opaque. And he gives everybody time to evacuate the ship, which leads to what felt like, oh my God, 20 minutes, but was really only like maybe 8 minutes of people trying to get off the boat into lifeboats. And it's just so unnecessary. Such a stupid drama piece. It's like part of the dinghy on one of the boats breaks, and then Alex Shaw has to like grab it, and then he's slipping. So Sandra Bullock's like, no, I also have to save him. So she does one thing in this movie so far. But it just takes on for so goddamn long.
You make me feel like she does single-digit things in this movie.
Yeah, she's got one of the things she does in this movie that's going to happen in a bit.
Oh my God.
So that's happening. There's something about diamonds, because of course there's diamonds on the boat. When in doubt, it's diamonds or it's bombs. When in doubt, it's diamonds or it's bombs. Before the boat, everybody's starting to evacuate. He like I said, he hijacks the boat, so he like causes it to like slow down. So a character says, "Oh my God, was that an earthquake?" When like the boat like comes to an abrupt halt. You're on water. If it was an earthquake, you'd be dead.
Well,
no, because there'd be a tsunami. There'd be a tidal wave.
There'd be something. Yeah.
Yeah. So the people who didn't evacuate get back onto the boat, and then Willem Dafoe puts it all in lockdown. So a number of people get locked behind like auto-closing doors. The 14-year-old girl had gotten separated from her parents and got stuck in an elevator. So she's in there for a while. Okay. And the other thing that Sandra Bullock does in this film is that she finds a chainsaw and like cuts a hole in a door to get people out of it. And then, of course, comedic timing, she's like leaning in close with the chainsaw, and because like smoke was coming into the enclosed room, people like took off their clothes to like hide, like stuff the doors. So she's like, why don't you come out? And they're like, put the chainsaw down, but it's whirling, so she can't hear it. So you got like a who's on first exchange for like 2 minutes.
Why do we got time for this?
Wasn't that funny? That's really the only awesome thing she does in this entire movie. Let's see.
Okay.
Comments about her bad acting. I don't think Sandra was trying very hard for this movie.
Oh, no. She got screwed in this movie.
Yeah, she did.
How do you mean?
She got conscripted. I think she just couldn't say no. Well, she wasn't as famous as Keanu.
So, no. They wanted to bring both of them back. Keanu didn't have a contract with the studio. Sandra got out of another movie, so she had a contract with the studio. So they were like, okay, you got out of this one. You have to do this one. And this one just so happened to be Speed 2.
Got it.
And I just want it to be known, the writer, because I just looked this up of the story, because that's what I was curious about. He has been the writer for Speed 2, Titan AE.
Oh, no, not Titan AE.
Blue Crush 2.
Okay.
2. He likes his sequels.
Scorpion King 2. And Scorpion King 3.
I didn't even know they made a 2 and 3 of Scorpion King.
Oh, there's 5.
Ah!
I've talked about for the podcast. I'm going to watch all 5 of them.
And were they all like direct to VHS or something?
The first one I think got a theatrical release. After that, the other 4 definitely. Yeah.
So shenanigans is going on. Mr. Geiger's got the boat. Finally, Alex Shaw gets to the bridge, and nobody actually has communicated that they're being hijacked. So, like, they thought just something is happening. Right. And one of the members of the remaining crew is like, he won't let us go. And, like, Alex does a double take. He's like, what do you mean? And then the whole plan comes out. And it works so perfectly that, this dude is hijacking a boat to do something with it. We don't know yet. Okay. And, this very grizzled, manly FBI, maybe cop man is also on the boat. So naturally, they got to butt heads.
Right.
Willem Dafoe rants about the logistics of ramming a high-tech machine into another giant machine and how no one appreciates that.
Of course.
High-tech logistics and all of that jazz.
High-tech.
And then at some point or another, the plan... The master plan reveals itself is that he's going to ram the cruise ship into an oil rig. So to do this, the motor is not really going. It's just kind of naturally going that way with like slow speed. So this movie is false advertising because there is no speed in this. There's just ocean currents and 1 or 2 knots or something. So lies, big fat lies.
Big fat lies.
Yeah, so they managed to turn the boat through stuff. I think there's definitely stuff that I'm forgetting about. Oh, at one point or another, Alex Shaw gets locked in like the cruise's mall, and they have a standoff with Willem Dafoe, and dude runs away and then locks him in, and then there's fire and a grenade holding the door closed. So Sandra and maybe one of the cruise dudes named Dante, I think it's Dante, they have to get like the pin out. So it's like this very tense, in air quotes, tense moment of them like taking the pin and opening the door, and then she falls backwards and she's still holding the grenade and then holding the grenade. Like, oh my God, is this movie over yet? No. No, it's not. So at the end of that set piece, and what feels like 100,000 hours, it's daytime now. And they realize that they're going to an oil rig, so they need to turn the boat. So they manage to trick the system into giving them control back, essentially. And yay, they're not going to hit the oil rig anymore. They're going to hit an island now with people in it.
Oh,
and no. This is at the part of the movie where my friend Charlotte was just wishing people died. Like, can they just die? I want them all to be dead. Then this movie would be over, or it'd be more interesting. She also said
I'm proud of you that you got people to watch this movie.
I know, it's a feat. I'm happy you did because I didn't have to watch it.
Yeah. So, however, all the characters were freaking out. Meanwhile, I'm just wishing like the Megalodon or Godzilla showed up because that would be fucking cool. So now they need to stop the boat.
Yes.
But now it's finally picking up speed because something happened there. So my favorite sea hand guy, the Scottish dude in the bridge, his job in this movie has mostly been just telling Alex Shaw he can't do the things he's doing, and then Alex just does them anyway.
Okay.
Or in the second half of the film, it's reading the speedometer and talking about how fast the boat is going or not going. The speed of the boat.
Yes.
So they drop the anchor. There's a tense moment where Alex gets stuck underwater, but they manage to pull him up. So the boat is going into the harbor, a la the way that, like, in the Megalodon, the Meg is, like, going into the harbor and killing people. But not nearly as exciting. And, you know, people are, like, staring at it and not getting out of the way of a cruise ship. That's not actually a cruise ship. It's more like a super yacht. But let's take a moment to appreciate this. This is not a cruise ship. This is a fucking super yacht. People are not getting out of the way of it, so boats get smashed. People are like, oh no, what is that thing? Maybe I should move. And, you know, the Scottish dude's like, oh, we're not slowing down. We're going this amount of speed. And then, you know, the boat hits land, because that will happen when you hit an island, but it keeps going.
Yep.
So it goes down like half a city block.
Yes.
And, like, Scottish guy falls on the ground, and he's like, 1 mile per hour, 0.5 miles per hour. And the boat finally, like, stops after it hits a hotel. It's like, we stopped. Oh my. Is that the end of the movie? No. Willem Dafoe's still in this.
Yep.
So what I have failed to mention is that during this very exciting climactic moment, Willem Dafoe had kidnapped Sandra Bullock to make her his damsel in distress, because naturally that had to happen. So they're getting away on, like, a speedboat, but it's like a speedboat that has, like, a sidecar speedboat next to it, and he put her on the one that has the controls to release the sidecar, and he didn't tie her hands down secure enough to stop her from releasing the sidecar. So there's a momentary chase scene. It's not really a chase scene, because, let's be real here, her character doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
Then there's a seaplane, and this is when finally we get into the last act of the movie. So Alex Shaw is, like, racing to get there. So he jumps into a Caribbean man's boat who's on a date with a lady. And it's not great when the few people of color in this film are there to either exposit, like, action things like, he's slowing down, he's picking up speed, he's not doing this thing, or being a bad caricature of a Caribbean individual.
Yep.
So that sucked.
And that's probably the Caribbean couple as a whole right there.
Yeah, that's the Caribbean couple as a whole. The only other character of color is Dante, our cruise man who takes photos.
Okay.
Dante's cool. And
Dante's cool. All right. I like
Dante.
Dante's cool.
You get the air, I don't know why the seaplane takes so long to get off the air. So, like, Saunders trying to, like, get out and, like, slapping her around. And, you know, if he really thought this through, he would have just let her go, because then Alex wouldn't chase after him, and then he could just get away. But I guess drama. So no shocker there. Willem Dafoe does not really get away. So she gets out of the airplane. He loses his backpack of diamonds. So yay, they're saved. And while, you know, he thinks he's clear, he realizes he's not getting enough air, and he's going to hit, like, the oil rig, and he slams into it, starts laughing maniacally, and then the rig goes boom. Hopefully they evacuated people from that rig. I don't think they did, but
probably
maybe that
not.
happened.
It doesn't sound right.
And this is at the point where we decided this was the origin story for the Green Goblin.
Fair.
So the day is saved, Sandra is saved, they're posed. The movie ends with her getting back to her, trying to get her license again. And you think maybe she can drive now, because, you know, she hasn't driven anything in this movie, but maybe she got the confidence back.
Yeah.
No, she still can't drive.
Still can't drive.
Still can't drive. This movie sucked.
So I looked up Dante just because I was curious. Dante is now a writer for A Million Little Things.
Good for Dante, actor.
I know. I'm really excited because, like, I saw his credits for acting. And his credits for acting are nothing special. Like, Speed 2 is in the top 4. So I was like, oh no, he's one of those guys. And he doesn't have his picture on the IMDb. So I was like, oh no, he's one of those guys that just got, like, put in the background. No, he's a writer for a million little things, so I'm actually happy for him. You know, it's not as good as This Is Us, but it's good enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this movie was, like I said, it was boring. It was not good. What was probably the most bizarre was that sometimes, like, they're random comedic moments. So, like, when the boat is smashing into the island, when it comes to a halt, it's like bow or stern. I don't know boats. The front of it, which has like a long protrudy part, hits a bell, and the bell like makes a little ring. So it's like, you know, yeah, isn't that cute? You know, the scene with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
That this movie's weird and it's horribly paced and it's way too long. It's over 2 hours.
Jeez.
What? Yeah, 2 hours and 4 minutes. And Charlotte, I think, asked 7 times how much more of this movie is left. And it was like, we're only 45 minutes in. We're only 52 minutes in. We're only an hour and 23 minutes in.
So the director of this movie has one writing credit, and that one writing credit is Speed 2. Because he has directed things such as Speed. He directed Speed. He directed Speed 2. He directed Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life, and one more that I'm missing. Shoot, I can't. But basically, the point was, this is the only thing he's ever written.
Yeah.
And it is apparent.
Yes, like, it is very apparent. And what really sucks is that...
we directed Twister. That's it, Twister.
I haven't actually seen Twister, but don't think people like Twister?
Yeah, Twister is a good movie. Twister's fine. He did Speed, Twister, Speed 2, The Haunting, and then Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life.
So... what I was going to say is that what really sucks about this movie, besides the fact that it's just bad, is that it's written in the 90s. So there is nothing in this movie for me as a woman. There's not like, I mean, yes, there's some female fan service with how hot Jason Patrick is.
Why do you think I put it up for the movie that you had to watch?
But like, yeah, no, exactly. You get it. But like, it's just so frustrating watching an action film where, it's got Sandra Bullock in top billing, but she does fucking nothing. And her character
she's number one now.
She would never do a role like this.
Never.
Ever. Never. But, you know, now. But, you know, they filmed this in 1986. It came out in 1997. So the concept of having your main female lady be screaming, crying, raving, ranting, being just a general weirdo, of course, that makes sense. And we were all agreeing that, like, thank God it's Sandra Bullock because she's so likable that she makes her character bearable. But there are times where she's absolutely, at least to me, it seems like she's phoning it in. Like, her charm can't hide that.
Yeah, the character's awful, and she definitely phoned in some of it, which I don't blame her for in any way, shape, or form. So this is not a shot at Sandra Bullock because at the end of the day, this character is awful.
Yeah. This movie did not age well, and it wasn't good when it came out. She did get $11.5 million for her role in this, according to IMDb. So she made bank for this.
As I've always relayed to Michael Caine, I have not seen the movie, but I have seen the house it bought, and it is spectacular.
Oh my God. Why did they? So I'm looking at other actors they would have cast as the main character, as Alex Shaw. Christian Slater, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey would have been like all ham. And I think Willem Dafoe really is the only actor who really understood this is just hokey and let's just have fun with it.
This is the assignment.
The leeches. The fucking leeches. We were joking that like he just brought them to set one day and they're like, no, Willem, we don't need those as props, but you do you, boo-boo. Get in that bathtub with them leeches.
If that's what you feel, that's what you feel.
Yeah. So final ranking is a 0.9 leech queen.
Ooh, 0.9. Jesus.
Or, 0.9, I wish the Meg ate them all.
So you keep referring to the Meg.
I love the Meg.
I know. Well, it just made me realize how much of a Jason Statham fan you are now.
I mean, now, yeah. Like, I've never actually seen Crank, but, like, I enjoy the Meg. I enjoy him as Deckard Shaw.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's Deckard Shaw.
Yeah, Deckard Shaw, yeah. It's just...
I've seen him in other things, I think.
I've never imagined you as a Jason Statham stan as hard as
relate
you are.
to the game Statham fan. I don't know if I can really be considered he's in Spy and he's really funny in that.
This is good enough. I'm not this is really I can't believe how much of a fan you are.
Yeah, because he is similar to The Rock in the sense, not physicality or anything like that, but in he just has excellent comedic timing.
Okay.
And
sure.
No, it's the Tim Curry effect. Doesn't matter what the thing is. If this actor is in it, they will be good. So that's my thing about Tim Curry is that
Have you
Tim
seen
Curry
the Transporters?
No.
Okay. Oh, we gotta fix that.
Yeah.
He's in the Italian Job. I liked that.
Yeah.
So
Italian Job was excellent. Yep.
So what I'm saying with the Tim Curry effect is that in the 90s and early 2000s, Tim Curry was in a lot of things. A lot of them are not good, but Tim Curry is very good. So even
Tim
if
Curry
it's bad,
always understood the assignment.
it's the Tim Curry effect.
Yes.
So Jason Statham is the same deal. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. If Jason Statham is in it, I'll at least enjoy him.
I'm shocked how much of a Jason Statham stan you are, and that's not a bad thing at all.
I guess I am.
Fun.
Yeah, I call him
are.
Jason.
Yeah, go see the Transporter series because you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah,
he's at his best
we'll
with
work
that.
on that. Yeah,
yeah, he's really at his best with that. Besides Italian Job, because Italian Job's awesome.
Yeah, no, I liked him in Italian. He just, he like I said, he's excellent comedic timing.
Yep.
He knows his body. He's got great sense of movement.
Yep.
So it's not like, you see one Jason Statham movie, you see them all.
Right.
He's always doing something. It's always an entertaining performance.
Interesting. Yeah. I did not see this going that way, but I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I really am.
The Meg is just hilariously a fun movie.
Nice. All right. Well, we got to take a quick break, but we're going to give a shout out first to the people that got the hints. So I posted hints on Twitter, 3 hints. You had to guess what the movie was. Apparently, I went too easy on this one because Shoot the Flick got it on the first hint.
What was the hint? I missed this.
I put I'm on a boat, a gif of I'm on a boat.
Maybe they remembered the conversation because we had this conversation pretty publicly.
Which is true, too. We actually talked about it in our last episode. So it's very possible they paid attention to it and just knew that was the thing. But I honestly think it's Frankie and Scott. They're awesome. They know movies pretty well. So I would not be shocked if they just saw a boat and said, it's got to be Speed 2. So they got it. And then we're giving a special shout out to our friends at Open Shudders. The reason we're giving them a special shout out is they're starting a movie part of their stuff as well. They are awesome as well. Love them to death. So Shoot the Flick, Open Shudders. This is for you. Both of your promos going now.
Hey there, this is Frankie Sparks.
And this is Scott Eisenberg.
We're married.
And we have a podcast called Shoot the Flick.
Every week, Scott and I introduce each other to a new movie the other one has never seen. We talk about it, give our thoughts on it, and also share some behind-the-scenes fun facts.
We want you guys to come along and enjoy the movies with us.
Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Shoot the Flick, and check out our weekly episodes every single Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and pretty much anywhere else you can find a podcast.
Come and listen to us now as Frankie and I
Shoot the Flick!
Scary ghosts.
Creepy serial killers.
Horrible horoscopes.
All things that go bump in the night. Open Shudders is a creepy podcast guaranteed to make your skin crawl. Join Barry Marino and Philip Landry as they take you on a hair-raising journey recorded in the most haunted city in America, New Orleans. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, and wherever podcasts can be found. Enjoy the view from the Open Shutters.
But don't fall out the window.
That was from our friends at Open Shutters and at Shoot the Flick. Check them out on Twitter, Facebook, everything like that. As well as check out their shows after us, of course. They're on iTunes or Good Pods, which is the new app, which everybody should check out because there's an indie-only feature, which I absolutely love. I do absolutely love that. It's kind of fun to see where you rank in indie pods because you actually get on a top 100 list and you feel kind of like, yay, that's us.
Aww.
Yeah, so it's good. Check out Good Pods app. This did not become a ad for them, but it kind of is, I guess. So that brings us to our favorite section, or at least mine. That's what I'll always say because it's my favorite section. Hashtag cash or trash. We talk about things that are streaming or on the internet or anywhere you can get it, wherever you can get it. Give a quick synopsis and just say if it's hashtag cash or hashtag trash. So, Andre, you were going to get us started.
Sure. So recently I started subscribing to College Humor's own streaming service called Dropout. You guys remember College Humor? Those YouTube videos back in the day?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they've been putting up all these clips from this. They have various shows on Dropout. The one I've been liking the most is called Game Changer.
Okay.
And the whole conceit of the game is that it's basically an improv comedy show in the shell of a game show. And so it's usually 3 contestants that show up, and the rules change every single episode.
Is that the guy that has to sell the all P's keyboard?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That is a clip from that show. So
yes, okay.
They've done the very smart thing of basically uploading clips of it to all the socials and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, this is funny. I need to check this out. And yeah, so it was funny enough for me to kick them a few bucks to watch.
Nice.
I think I burned through all 3 seasons at this point.
Nice. That's great.
So just really funny stuff. If you've seen any clips on YouTube, yeah, it's all good. So Game Changer, definitely.
The all P keyboard got me. Yeah,
all
no, that's
keyboard. Yep.
How would you say this to a friend?
Yeah. Oh man,
that is also horrible audio, so I'm gonna probably edit that out because that was just me popping peas in front of my microphone.
I would say my favorite episode so far is where the host proposes like some sort of awful stunt thing on them, and they have to bet points. So they're like, how many points would you be willing for us to pluck a nose hair from you? And it's a race to the bottom. No, it sounds gross, but it was hilarious. I don't know. Favorite so far. Anyway,
nice.
Game Changer. Very good.
Yeah, I was just going to say, let me guess.
Hashtag cash.
There it is. Yes. So the thing I've got, I actually bought both of them. They're going to come to HBO Max eventually, I'm sure. The Long Halloween Part 1 and Part 2. So it's a DC animated movie about Batman.
Oh, that's what that is. Batman. Okay.
Yes, it's Batman. The Holiday Killer is killing members of the Falcone and Maroni family. That was the only thing that I was like confused about was the different families. But other than that, the Holiday Killer, basically Commissioner Gordon, Batman, and of course Harvey Dent have to figure out who the Holiday Killer is. Jensen Ackles plays Batman.
Jensen?
Yes, he plays
Dean?
Batman.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm so happy Dean's got a job.
I was wondering what he's going to be in the next season of The Boys.
Yeah, he's like the Captain America proto dude.
Yeah. So I was wondering how he was going to do as Batman. Just because when I hear Dean, I don't really hear Batman.
Yeah.
I loved him as Red Hood. I do. I was wondering how he was going to be Batman. He's actually pretty good, but mostly because Batman does not say much.
He's quiet Batman.
It is very villain heavy, as well as it focuses a lot on Harvey Dent. You can probably guess where the story is going. Not exactly, I will say that. And it was an excellent detective noir. Who is the Holiday Killer?
Mm-hmm.
You have obvious suspects. You have less obvious suspects. You have no suspects at all, but you're still kind of questioning. And especially at the end of Part 1, I actually take credit in the fact that I did know who was the killer. But at the end of Part 1, I was definitely questioning myself going, oh, maybe not, that kind of stuff. And I did not read the comic series. I do have it next up in line to read, but I wanted to watch this first when I knew it was coming out and then go back to it. It was excellent. Like, it was really well done. I have Part 1 is definitely 5 out of 5 for me. Part 2, I've got like 4.75 out of 5 for me. Like, it wasn't as good, but it's still excellent. I highly recommend it. Long Halloween Part 1 and Part 2, well worth it. I paid money for it. I would almost suggest paying money for it. If you're not as interested as I am, because nerd, you can wait until it goes on HBO Max and not have to pay any more to watch it, because it will be there eventually.
Yeah.
But I could not wait. I was very excited about it. I was like, I need to check this out. As well as it did have me intrigued by Jensen Ackles. Harvey Dent is Josh Duhamel. Catwoman is Naya Rivera.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Isn't she the Glee actress who passed away?
Is she?
I believe she is.
No, I don't know. Okay, yeah, maybe. That wouldn't surprise me, actually. Yeah, you're right. Holy shit.
Wow.
Well, she got this one in. Yeah, this one's been sitting for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that she might have died after.
Yeah.
So she never saw it. Wow. I didn't even put two and two together with that. Well, she's excellent in it still.
Sorry to bring the mood down.
No, you're good. I mean, like, she's excellent as Catwoman. So, really, the cast is phenomenal. Like I said, I'm going to talk way too long about this because you guys asked for this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get who else? Troy Baker is Joker.
Okay.
Which has always been great.
That makes sense, I guess. Is this a younger Joker like he was in Arkham?
The thing.
Yeah. And he's not. I will say what I like about this. Joker is not a big part of this.
Sure.
So don't take this as like, oh, Joker's in it. Joker's going to be a big part of this. He's not. He really isn't.
Okay.
David Dashmalchian, the guy who was Polka Dot Man for the Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
He's Calendar Man.
Oh, okay.
Jack Quaid is Alberto Falcone. Jack Quaid is in The Boys. He's the main character of The Boys. And then, who am I missing? There's another big name. John DiMaggio.
Ah.
John DiMaggio is the Mad Hatter in this as well. And he's just a part of part 2.
Wasn't John DiMaggio, didn't he do, wasn't he the Joker in Under the Red Hood?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also true, yes.
Okay.
He was also the Joker in Death in the Family, which is not as good.
Right.
But
I thought he was good in that.
He was good in Under the Red Hood, and he was good in Death in the Family. Don't get me wrong either, but it was just Death in the Family was not what I wanted it to be.
Right.
But Under the Red Hood and Long Halloween, both of them are very high on my DC animated list. DC animated, especially Batman, all high on my list. I've been watching a lot of Suicide Squad as well.
Hadn't noticed.
Yeah, right.
Did you actually give your rating?
Cash.
Just,
Cash.
just to cover our bases there.
I paid real cash for this. Like, it is cash.
True cash.
True cash.
So for my entry, I'm putting forth the new Disney Plus series, What If? As of a couple hours ago, we have seen the 2 episodes that are out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about the second one because that is definitely the better of the 2, and I think that one a lot of people are going to have more fun with. The first one is what if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum instead of Steve.
Captain
and
Britain.
There were a lot of things that I liked about it. As I was telling Andre after we watched it, I really liked the fact that they made sure Peggy moved very differently than the way that Steve Rogers fights. She has her own unique fight style. It's not like, they just put her body over his movements.
Right.
Really, really appreciated that. But the issues that we both had was that they didn't really do anything unique with it other than it's like, movie. What if Peggy was Captain Carter?
Yeah.
Same movie, exactly.
Yeah, okay. So
very
she was
similar
Captain
plot.
Carter?
Captain Carter
is actually Captain Carter. Yeah.
Yeah. So they followed a lot of plot beats of the first Avenger.
Right. Like it just did not feel like I was watching anything meaningfully different besides, it's Peggy that's a super soldier now. You know?
Which we can all say, like, Captain America: The First Avenger wasn't the strongest Marvel movie.
I like that movie.
There's some Avengers, yeah.
That's like my favorite Phase 1 film.
Okay.
Phase 1 favorite over original Avengers.
I really like the way that the first Avenger is shot. I think there's like
Iron
a
Man?
hookiness. No, I really like the aesthetic of the first Avenger.
Well, all this is to say, you like that movie so much, yet this what if episode?
Well, that's because it's the same movie. I don't, and these are not movie-long episodes. They're 30, 35 minutes. It's just, I thought that they would do something a little more unique than just kind of follow the same shades of it. There was a part where I thought they were setting up a new twist on the Winter Soldier, and that went nowhere.
Yeah, right.
Then, from a plot perspective, they did a lot of things that never had consequences for the changes in the timeline. So, it's a slight spoiler here. So they're following the plots of the first Avenger. Peggy becomes Captain Carter. They get a hold of the Tesseract. They get it.
Okay.
So like, what does that mean in the grander scheme of things? Like, they have the Tesseract, so they can harness that power. So what is this going to mean for like Tony in the far future? We don't know.
Okay.
Well, right. We're not supposed to know, and that's not. I mean,
yeah, I know, but don't pop the lid a bit and then not go there.
Yeah. Well, do we not know because like it's not going to actually be covered, or is it going to come back in the end?
We don't know if it's going to come back in the end. I think they're all isolated stories.
Yeah.
The way that Captain Carter ends is that she still instead of going into the ice, she goes into another dimension. So it's still, she's gone for 70 years and then comes back. But that's it. That's literally where it ends.
No, it ends the same way. You could have the first Avenger.
Her being like, "Oh, we won the war," and then fade back. And I think a part of it, sorry to talk over you, but I think a part of the reason why the episode went the way it went is that it's World War II. We were going to lose the war.
Right.
We weren't going to do that. They can only go. There are other ways it could go.
Yeah.
But there's really only one way to go.
All this is to say is that the second episode, which is, can we give the concept of it at least? Do you want? I mean, it's what if T'Challa, aka Black Panther, was Star-Lord, and
that's covered in the trailer. We're good.
Right.
We know this.
That you're right. And they did. It is not just it's Black Panther and Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I mean? Like they did a significantly different plot, and that alone is made it way better.
It's definitely more interesting. So,
but it's still not like. I wouldn't even call it.
I need to see where it goes. They're fun little side stories.
Yeah.
They're not going to meet, and they're not going to affect anything in the greater universe. My headcanon is that, spoilers for Loki if you haven't seen it yet, at the end of Loki, they kill the big bad, which unleashes Kang the Conqueror, because now multiverses and multi-dimensions are a thing and variants. So my headcanon is the timing of the What If series corresponds with that, because the Watcher is now watching all of these multiverses come alive because they can be alive. But right now it's not cash, but it's not trash. It's just kind of there. And I need to see what the next couple episodes are like before I really can make a judgment on it. But if you're already bought into the Marvel universe, I think it's worth watching, especially the second episode. Chadwick Boseman did return before he untimely died to voice T'Challa, so it's really great having that one last ride with him.
Right.
And he's a very different character in this than he is in Black Panther, so it's cool seeing and he's not Peter Quill either. Like, he's not that personality. He is his own unique person.
There is no mixtape.
There is no, and I appreciated that they didn't put in the music, because that's a Peter Quill thing.
Right. I'm also very disappointed that you did not say your favorite Phase 1 movie was The Incredible Hulk.
I've never actually seen that one. I've only seen the other Hulk film.
Oh, okay.
Don't waste
time.
So the Incredible Hulk is the Norden one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen the other one.
Yes.
Which
is
Bana?
Eric Bana. Yeah. Yeah, I was
Ang
like,
Lee,
who was his name? Dang it. It's also the birth of, well, not really the birth of, but the most memorable before it became a thing Stan Lee cameo.
Right.
Oh, what's his cameo in that one?
Him and Lou Ferrigno are security guards.
Lou
Yep,
Ferrigno?
yep.
Oh.
Yes, they have the Hulk and Stan Lee.
Yeah.
I love a Lou sighting.
Well done.
Yeah. Lou Ferrigno.
Um,
Yeah, you want to watch Avengers Grimm?
no.
Got Lou Ferrigno.
I mean, I know you already talked about it.
Yeah, we already talked about it in the show, but yeah.
Go back and watch that episode if you're curious.
Yeah. Sorry, I usually promote the show. You did a better job than me.
So ultimately, it's not cash. It's not quite trash. It's just itself.
It's something that rhymes with cash or trash in the middle.
It's fresh. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not
Dash?
on Dash.
No,
Isn't that I can't remember his name now. The big bad of Legacy of Space Jam. Isn't that his character's name in Ocean's 11?
Oh yeah.
Don Cheadle what is his name?
Don Cheadle. Yeah, it's Bash because he's Basher or Basher.
Basher. Yeah.
Oh my god, didn't he have to fake a British accent?
Yeah, really bad Cockney accent.
And it was awful.
I think it was on purpose though.
I think the best thing he did in that movie was his pretending to be British to pretending to be American in the Ocean's 13.
I've seen that one. I haven't seen 12. My friend says ignore 12 completely.
12's fine. If you imagine it as part of a different series. Like, don't go in, Basher Tar, that's his name. Basher Tar. Don't go in and be like, oh, this is the Ocean series. No, Ocean's 12 is its own thing, pretty much. And you can enjoy it as its own thing.
So, yeah, all in all, long story short on the, Marvel What If is if you're already bought into the Marvel Universe, give it a shot. If you are new to the Marvel Universe, I don't know
Definitely
if this is
not.
going to make
No
you.
way.
No.
Yeah, if
WandaVision,
if WandaVision was the first Marvel property you've watched, maybe you've seen the other shows.
What if is the whole entire thing, and something that's kind of annoying about the show is that they just kind of like oh hey, we made this cute reference to this other movie, wink,
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many moments in both episodes that the characters might have all just looked at the screen and winked. It's like remember that? Wink.
Yeah, this is no longer that thing, wink.
It's just it's very self-referential. I mean, I guess it is by its very nature.
Yes.
But
So
there's some fun visual payoffs though if you come to it.
So I haven't seen the first one, and obviously the second one came out today. I'm on my way to watch it soon-ish. I don't know when exactly because I'm on 12-hour days next week. Yay!
Yeah.
But I will watch it eventually. I'm intrigued to see what I think of it because I think I feel very much like you guys usually do about it. But we'll see. We'll see. So
yeah, my dad watched Loki.
Yeah,
that's the only Marvel property he has engaged with.
Okay.
So he actually asked me about the what ifs, and I'm like, if you didn't care about Loki, you're going to care even less about these.
Yeah.
So
I would like to see your dad's opinion on the Marvel movies. No, on the Marvel movies.
No interest. I
want him to watch. If we can convince him, he can come on the show regularly. Say the last Marvel movie he saw. I'm in for that.
The only Marvel movie that I think I can get him to sit down to watch is two: Winter Soldier and Ragnarok, because Ragnarok is the hard sci-fi that he just likes.
I still am in. If you can get him to watch any of the Marvel movies, have him as a guest.
Bad idea.
All right.
You're gonna regret those words.
All right. Well, I'm still intrigued, but it's fine. That's our cash or trash. If you have anything that you think is cash or trash, let us know. As well as let us know what bad movies we should watch next. We're out of our bet now, so we might have to put more bad movies on the line. We'll see. Or we can just listen to you guys, the audience. You guys have suggestions as well. A lot of people commented on my first GIF post of the boat and said that the bad movie we were watching is Titanic.
Damn.
Oh,
that's a take.
Yeah. I don't care for Titanic myself, but I also understand why it's a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But if you got bad movies for us, we're happy to listen and put Andre. Maybe you're next. Maybe Mitchell's next. Maybe it's Jill or I again. We'll see what happens. So for myself, Mike Butanek, I have been joined by
Andre,
Jill,
We'll see you next time on Game for a Movie, where we ask, are you game for a movie?
Bye.
Bye.